so much for tuning into Ion Music. My name is Carrie Humphries, and tonight we are talking with Broken Caliber. Hello, guys. How are ya?
What's up? How you
Good.
doing?
How you doing, Carrie?
So this is exciting for you guys. You're playing at the Hive tonight. It's going to be a big, big show. I know that Gus Knuckle is also playing tonight. Yeah. They asked me if I would interview them by saying that they liked my hair, and I was like, I don't know, guys.
I don't know. It's really
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work.
Oh, they're a fun bunch.
Tell me about tonight's show, though. How many bands are actually on the bill?
There's 3 of us on the bill tonight.
Okay.
Our friends AFR from Guelph across from Roger, Gus Knuckle, and ourselves. So.
Well, let's start. Okay, so Broken Caliber, 5-piece band. Let's start with who everybody is in the band.
My name is Pat Mullen. I'm the lead vocals.
I'm Corey O'Brien. I play lead guitar.
My name is Dan Mullen. I play backup vocals and backup guitar. Phil Robert Scarlett, drums.
Nick Kirk, bass guitar.
So how long has this band actually been a band? Now, you're from Kitchener. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
Because the shows that I've seen you play, I mean, we've already talked to you. You did a Hamilton show with Die Mannequin.
Yeah.
I canceled on you when you were in Guelph. So, but you're from Kitchener. How long you guys been a band?
We're going on 1 year right now.
Really?
Yeah, right. Last winter we met up with Thor. It was just me, Pat, and Nick, and we coincidentally found him on Kijiji. And he's from Guelph. We first met him in Elora. We tested him out, and he came to Par. So we thought, hell, why not? We had some recording time booked. Called him up and said, hey, buddy, we got 3 days. Can you kind of help us out here or what? And he was more than happy to do so. And
We recorded with him 3 days.
For 3 days.
Well, no, 3 days after we found him. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you did a good job. They kept you. Probation went well. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so tell me then, you guys are such a young band, but you're already doing all these incredible shows. So is this like a comprise of artists from other bands that have sort of gone on in the region, or is this really the first time for everybody?
Well, we've done a few things. Me and Pat have toured around Florida as an acoustic duo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just doing typical pub covers, stuff like that, and just went all down the main line, right down to
What was the funniest cover that you guys did?
We do
the Justin Timberlake, I think.
We covered Justin Timberlake. We covered
style,
Incubus and turned it into a Nelly song. Must Be the Money.
I was going to say.
If you want to ride with us, that's
And do you guys like rap, like in your acoustic?
He does.
Can you freestyle for me right now?
He does it pretty good.
Come on, let's hear it. Can you freestyle for me right now? Come on.
I don't know.
I'm gonna put you right on the spot. Go ahead.
You want a beat?
Yo, here I go, yo. Rogers TV, the PDP. I'm the man with the plan, and here I stand. I got Danjo to my left, Carrie to my right. Broken Caliber fights, yo. Here I go, yeah, here I go again. Standing right here, just me and my man.
That's amazing! You guys give him a round of applause. That was outrageous. Congratulations. That was amazing. It was good. It was good. I was impressed that you actually managed to. And you kept going, which is even better. Okay, so what about maybe some surprising covers then? I mean, obviously this is something that you're really good at. What kind of genre do you think you stepped into that was way out of scope for you that you covered?
Jason Mraz, for sure.
Jason
I think
Mraz.
so. We're more like grungy 90s, Pearl Jam, Silverchair, old Nirvana.
Yeah, really hard
So
for
for
me
something for us to do like a Jason Mraz or
Really hard for me to
even
rap
Justin
my voice.
Timberlake is completely out of our comfort zone, but we still like doing it because you gotta,
Tour, if you will.
yeah, exactly. You gotta make the fans happy,
So
right?
how did this happen then? I mean, where do you go? You're an acoustic band in the States, and you come back up to Kitchener, you put a 5-piece together, and you guys are a rock band now. How did you make that transition?
Well, me and Pat have been together since grade 10, and he actually introduced guitar into my life. His first guitar was the first guitar I ever played on. And from that, it became like an addiction for me, where I needed my own guitar. He took his guitar back, and I was kind of like, oh my God, I need one. Begged my parents, begged it. 18th birthday came around, they slapped a guitar in my hand, and I was like, wow. And from there, just little things from Moods in Bluevale. I don't know if you guys ever...
You went to Bluevale too?
Yeah.
I went to Bluevale. That's exciting.
together.
Oh, wow. Okay.
4 out of
Come together
5.
really easily, kind of like it was meant to happen. You know, like we met Nick. We played in a band with Nick for a long time. He played in 2 bands with Nick. Dan and I have been doing music since we were little kids, singing in choirs and stuff. And 4 fell in at the exact right time. So
We played together for so long. It just sort of everything just really felt really nicely together. Like Pat with his vocals, I'm not too sure actually. We just rock. That's it.
Well, that's easy enough. No, it's good. It's good. So, I mean, if I was going to ask you guys who maybe some of your surprising influences were, somebody you might have at home on your iPod that you don't want anybody else to know you listen to, who do you think it would be?
Well, I like all the grunge boys, but on my bio it says Johnny Cash because
it's gotta be surprising. I mean, everybody loves Johnny Cash. I'm waiting to hear you say Katy Perry. That's what I'm waiting for.
Michael Jackson.
Okay, yeah, you take Michael Jackson. I'll let you. What about you?
People who know me wouldn't be surprised, but people who don't know me, one of my biggest influences is John Mayer.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, John Mayer's not touring anymore. Did you hear that?
I know.
So you'll have to take his place.
Yeah.
That's what's going to have to happen.
He sent me, as soon as he got the word that John Mayer was out of commission, he sent me a link. He's like, Dan, look at this. Look at this now. And I was like, all right.
It's fate. It's fate.
Yeah.
The acoustic thing was pretty easy for me to fall into because I have a lot of acoustic influence as well from John Mayer and Jason Mraz, as they were saying. But I think people, maybe the High Kings. It's an Irish folk music band. They sing a song called "The Rocky Road to Dublin." I'm addicted to it.
You're singing it in the shower,
Oh, man.
coming up with some Celtic chants.
For sure.
Look at this. They not only rap, but they do jigs. Can you do that again? This is amazing. This is probably one of the most multi-talented bands we've had on this show. This is crazy. It's crazy. What about for yourself?
Oh, well, I encompass a lot of different things in my style, most notably, and you can actually really hear the influence is hip-hop.
Hip-hop?
Hip-hop, a lot of hip-hop.
There's a lot of hip-hop in this band. I'm starting to find this.
Don't ask me to freestyle, I can't.
And what about for yourself?
Surprising band that I like. I don't know. It's really hard actually.
Jam.
The Jam is a good band though. I really like the Jam. And these guys need to listen to it more.
Surprising.
Yeah. But it's awesome.
Well, tell me then. Okay, so you decide that a year ago you're gonna, form this 5-piece together. Now you've had other things that have happened in your musical careers that it couldn't have been that difficult to start gigging and getting out there. So what are maybe some of the things that you learned from your previous projects that you really brought into Broken Caliber that really set you on the right path to make a musical career out of it?
Well, when we first started acoustically down Florida, the way we would go about getting gigs is we would offer a free show for 2 hours. No pay, nothing. If you like us, we can talk business after. If not, so let bygones be bygones. Take care.
And how well did that work?
Very well.
Yeah.
Florida, here not as much in KW, but the Florida coast, everyone, I don't think we got one denial. We were never turned down once from doing that.
It's different up here than it is down in Florida. I mean, the market for musicians down there is so much more. They have just miles and miles of beach, right? So it's bar. Up here it's a little more stingy, but I mean, we have a manager. We don't really represent ourselves around here, so we don't walk into bars and shake hands and stuff like that.
Well, that must work out a little bit easier.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
You go online and do it. Well, we're going to talk more about you guys and your online presence and certainly how you've managed to use social media to make Broken Caliber as big as you guys already are. We're going to talk more about the music, and we're going to do that right here on Ion Music after this. Welcome back to Ion Music. My name is Carrie Humphries, and tonight we are with Broken Caliber, who are going to be playing The Hive. It's going to be a killer show tonight. How excited are you guys for tonight's show?
I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah?
I mean, I always love playing, and tonight's going to be a real big party, so.
Well, tell me, though, do you guys have a chant or a prayer like you do Madonna before you get out on stage?
I don't know about Madonna.
Madonna.
We do sometimes rock
Like
the silver...
Rihanna? Like
No.
anybody?
We do rock the silver chair to pump us up sometimes, but old school silver chair,
I think tonight we're going to try and do a cheers after every song.
Well, that's
everyone
important.
nice.
a little beer o'clock after each break.
What's the plan for tonight's set? I mean, when Broken Caliber takes the stage, you don't have a record out yet, so are you playing all original music, or do you throw a couple of covers in along the way?
We do about 80% originals and 20% covers. We do the typical covers just to kind of get the crowd pumping.
What are typical covers?
What I Got, Sublime. We don't want to give away one of the answers because...
Well, you can. I mean, people are going to be watching this back, right? So
I like to play 90s anthem songs that people are kind of forgot about, and then they hear it and they're like, I used to love that
like
song.
Peaches?
No, that's a good one, though. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I helped.
Silverchair, Israel Sun, Zombie by the Cranberries. People
You guys
love...
sing Zombie by the Cranberries?
We do a rendition of it. It's a little bit heavier than than the Cranberries, but
So how hard rock do you guys actually get to? Do you kind of stay where it's safe rock, or do you get into kind of screamo at some point?
no. I don't scream at all.
Ever?
I'm anti-scream.
Well, what's wrong with screaming?
I like melodic, melodies and music. Like to me, the screaming's not really, it doesn't appeal to me. Like
all right.
actually, we
I'm
try
with you
to
on that.
design our shows to stay away from those kind of bands, but I mean, it has its place. So.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And you guys said you guys do 80% of originals, but we don't have a record yet. Tell me, what are we waiting for?
Oh, it's in the works. We're about halfway through. We're just tweaking and also still writing. We just finished recording our 7th song. We are probably happy with 6 out of the 7. So
It's a long process. I mean, you write songs, but whether they fit on the album or not is a totally different story.
So, I mean, you're talking about, bringing new members into the band that you go on to Kijiji, and then you audition them, and then you have them see if they're a right fit for the band. Now, are you using maybe the same sort of auditioning process then when you're working with people that are coming in and looking at your music?
maybe not the same process, but
Not Kijiji?
it has to fit. Not Kijiji, yeah, exactly. But it has to fit with all of us. We all have to agree, and we all have to be comfortable. Because when we go tour in a little crap van across Canada, we have to make sure we're not waking up beside each other on the ground wanting to kill the other person. So we just have to make sure everything's comfortable with everyone.
How does it work for you guys when you're making those big decisions then for the band?
That was a part of the plan.
Five?
Five was the magic number.
I was brought in.
Was no.
To be the,
I'm the vote. I came in probably like 6 months ago, maybe something like that, and Pat, my brother, asked me to join the band, and I was really excited to be in this because music's been a huge part of my life for a long time. And I guess kind of when I came in, it wasn't such a stalemate anymore. It was kind of, all right, let's go around the circle, hear everybody's opinions, and then 3 verse 2 or 4 verse 1, however it turns out to be, it's always in favor of something. So as long as everybody makes a decision, we get decisions made.
well, if I was going to break down a Broken Caliber song right down to the skeleton, where does it start? Who's really the primary songwriter of this band? Because it usually starts with someone.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to take it?
Corey probably.
Poor Corey.
Yeah, I feel like all the lights right on me. Like everyone's looking at me. We all throw in our own little thing. Like each song, the skeleton might start from something, but the
You
song.
start like on acoustic and then kind of build from
I
there?
usually always do acoustic just because it's right beside my laptop. It's so easy, and literally random things will just come into your head where you're just like, oh, whether it's a vocal melody, a guitar melody, a drum beat, anything, and acoustic's always been easier for me. Just I find it a lot more melodic rather than hearing just a bunch of distortion when you strum your guitar. But that being said, I'm not the whole songwriter of the group. Like all of us come up with things. Dan comes up with things. Nick,
Generally,
Thor.
our structure is like Corman will bring a main like lick or riff to the table, and then it kind of evolves as it goes through the steps. I'll lay a melody down, and then we'll bring it to these guys, and Dan will make his rhythm part, and Thor, and then Nick, and then we'll write lyrics, and we'll kind of name it and dub it. And
Tell me about the lyrics, though. I mean, isn't that usually the main vocalist's job is to come up with the lyrics, or do you get a lot of input from these guys?
I do, I would say about 75% of the lyrics. I think I'm pretty good at it, but these guys are also amazing lyricists, and they do have input. So
How important is it to keep it clean when you're writing music? Like, where are you guys at? Are we going to see a record that says, like, explicit content on it? I think you're blushing.
I like to be real. Like, if you're not real, well, what are you, right? And I mean, angry songs are angry, and I mean, people say things when they're angry.
One of my favorite bands, Citywide Panic, they were putting together their rock album, and number 4 is one of my very favorite tracks, What Were You In It For? And it's their ballad. And they said, oh, you can't have a solid rock album, Carrie, without a ballad on it. How about you guys? Do we have a ballad kind of being worked into this? Oh, look at you guys down here. Tell me about the ballad.
It's Nowhere to Go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's inspired by The Walking Dead. At the end of this first season finale, they're just saying, there's nowhere to go, and we sort of encompass that in the lyrics and the mood and the melody and the crescendo, decrescendo of the entire song. Is just big emotional trip about desperation and the end of the world. And it's, everybody online, it seems to be the most like sought after song, but you know, we play it live and people just, whoa, what was that?
And they're out there slow dancing and they're like, I'm going to sing that on karaoke next week. That's absolutely fabulous.
I would love William Hung to sing us on American Idol. I would love it.
I think as a band, it was one of the easier songs for us to write. It was the second song that we wrote, and it just kind of flew together.
It wrote itself, basically.
Yeah.
When you're writing music and you're saying things like that, like it wrote itself, or when you're working with producers, are you guys ever hindered by that proverbial time restraint? Like if you want to get your music on mainstream stations, and a lot of mainstream sort of veers away from those 7-minute epics. What about you guys? Are you trying to fit into that, or do you just let the music go where it goes?
I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I think a little bit of both. There are some songs where you could feel that this has kind of a mainstream feel to it, so we kind of direct it in that field. But then there are some songs that are kind of like, whoa, this is like track number 11 where no one's going to know, but be like, that's an awesome kick-ass song.
It's almost like energy exerted, you know. You have like a really hard, fast rock song. I mean, you can't have like a 7-minute song that's like, all the time, because your fans are going to be like, by the time they're like almost done, right? So
we encompass a lot of different kind of styles in our music. I'd say there's aspects of punk, aspects of metal, aspects of like classic rock even, you know, like.
Do you know Pearl Jam's considered classic rock now?
Really?
It's true. So, okay, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about this music. I mean, you've got the 7 songs that are recorded already, but we want to hear about where you're going next with them, if there's any tour dates that are scheduled, and of course how excited you really are for tonight's show at the Hive. We're talking with Broken Caliber here on IM Music. We'll be back after this. Thanks so much for watching IM Music. My name is Carrie Humphries, and tonight we're talking with Broken Caliber. Hello, guys.
What's up?
Where did the name come from? Tell me. Oh, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Oh, you can tell the story, man.
Well, it's actually a long story. It was actually a hunting trip.
Uh-oh.
And we were using the spray bullets, but it wasn't like piercing big bullets. And Pat was behind me, and
It was bad.
I never knew, never expect to get.
Or why don't you take off from here, man?
Okay.
I don't even know the story, man. This is up to you guys.
Okay.
I think you're hiding something from us. I want to know what's going on.
It's kind of an embarrassing story on my behalf, strictly because this was Pat's fault. He shot a gun when he didn't know that the caliber was broken on it. Shot out the caliber of the barrel. Turned to the right. It got me in the bum. The pain at the time was so bad. I had to pull down my pants for him to pull out the little, basically like little slivers, but metal slivers.
That was bad.
Wasn't that called shrapnel?
Yeah, I had shrapnel shot at me, and
And you felt bad, didn't you?
I don't know. I've shot him before, so it wasn't really a big deal.
it was normal.
So this is where this name comes from. You guys are such a young band. You've had so much success so early on in your career. I mean, tell me, where do you think that's coming from? Is it tenacity? Is it energy to keep doing it? Or what really is the end goal for Broken Caliber? Where do you guys see yourselves in 5 years?
I think we're a well-connected, fairly talented group, and you know, I'd really like just to spread our music all over this world, you know, make a living doing it. And that's really my goal, you know, meet amazing people. And
you actually had said that you have a way of making people know about Broken Caliber. You said you actually go into local businesses and will change their computers. Tell me what you do.
I make trips down to like Future Shop and Best Buy, and I go around all the like computers that they're like, hey, try my computer, it's cool, look at the touchscreen. And I go to like Broken Caliber websites and I play our music in the stores and stuff, and I'm sure that there's disgruntled employees like, man, who is that guy? It's like good music, but seriously, why doesn't he just like bookmark the site or something? He spends so much time doing this. Like, yeah, it's like guerrilla advertising.
Wait, the Gorillas are a great band to cover. Maybe we should think about that. Maybe a little Clint Eastwood, that would be good. There we go. So tell me, how about social media then? Because social media is so crucial now, and really making a band take off. How has it been utilized by you guys, and how important is it to the band?
It's been huge for us. Basically, 90% of our marketing other than word of mouth has been through online. Facebook's huge, obviously. Twitter, Reverb Nation, musicreach.com. We're on Tumblr now for blogs. We just started up, I don't know if you've ever heard of Kickstarter.com.
No.
It's basically you can throw your project into this website and they try and help find investors to just pitch you a little bit of money here and there. No grants, nothing, just kind of help you out.
People just believe in what you're doing.
Yeah, kind of. They think you can do it. They want to help you out. And there's yoursponsored.com, which is a very similar concept, and we market like crazy.
We're really lucky. Corman's a bit of a social media guru, so he handles everything, and we've had so many opportunities come from it.
So if there was a new band that was just, coming up in the scene, they're 18, 19-year-old kids, and they're really excited because they want to take off with what they're doing, what would be your advice to them? How would you tell them to get started in their careers?
To get started, first off, have a good place to jam where you don't get complaints. That's what happened to us at one point. But
I mean, the basics, I think you really have to find musicians that you connect with and take things from the ground up, develop a good relationship,
Once you have that, it's really good to get a face to your band, get a photograph of your band all together so that when people see your band, they have, hey, I've seen a picture of them before. That's, so-and-so from that band. So it just gives you a bit more of a face that the people can relate to, as opposed to like, oh, that's a member of Broken Caliber. Well, are you sure? Like, no, I'm sure. I saw him in that picture. And I don't know, it would help a new band starting out, I would think.
Well, congratulations, guys, because everything that you've said so far sounds amazing. You're so young. We've said this already once, but you're only a year into your career. Did any of you think you'd have gotten this far already?
Not even close. Like, personally, I'm very proud of us. Our second show, we got to open up for Die Mannequin. Like, that's huge in Hamilton. And I don't know if that's just luck.
We're replacing that word with radical.
Yeah, radical. I don't know if that was luck of the draw or somebody heard us and been like, yeah, these guys are good, like, put them on. They took the risk, and Die Mannequin was happy with us, and hopefully we're going to be playing with them in the future again sometime.
Well, that's awesome. Why don't you tell my viewers out on Ion Music how they can find Broken Caliber, find out about the shows, and really see when that record's actually going to drop?
Yeah, you could catch us on brokencaliber.com, also on Facebook, Twitter, Reverb Nation, and Music Reach.
The best way is to come to a show. Find out our dates and come on out.
And if somebody was to say, what am I going to expect when I come to a Broken Caliber show, what would be your immediate reaction?
Good time.
Yeah, we like to involve the crowd and then, make you guys sing and make you guys dance, and I do a little bit of dancing while I sing. And
the freestyle here and there. Doesn't hurt.
Here and there. We just have a good time, so I mean.
A good mix. We have a good mix, I find.
Clap, you clap.
Does the drummer get to say anything? Yeah. Is that allowed in this band? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Over again.
Well, thanks so much, guys. Have a great show tonight at the Hive. You've been watching Ion Music, and we'll see you next time right here on the show.
We're Broken Caliber, and that was Ion Music.